Well, today's Sunday, and I walk every day, but figure I'll start taking you guys along with me on Sundays. I'm trying to get to the not doing any work on Sundays and just kind of saving things for Monday. But I like to prepare Sunday night for Monday morning what I'm gonna execute for the day. So just gonna start taking you guys along with me. So I guess I can talk to myself, reminiscing on the things that are going on right now. I first off want to start by saying God is good all of the time. And I'm very thankful for the things that He's doing in my life right now. Because I'll tell you, I didn't think just a few months ago that I was going to, be able to help people to change their lives in any kind of way at all. Not for the positive, anyways. Just because I had a good period of time where, you know, wasn't making the best decisions, wasn't doing the best things. But I feel like most people have those times in their lives. But it's not for me anymore. You know, I now try to live as close to being Christ-like as possible, the best I can do, being an imperfect human being with all of the lust and all of the sinful thoughts and all of the things that are around me in the world that try to drive me that way. I try and make sure that I'm at least putting in as much effort as I possibly can to be a shining beacon of light for God's love, grace, and mercy. Because that is the reason I wake up every day. That's the reason I do anything that I do, is to serve God's people and to show God how much I love Him by respecting the things that He asks. Because He doesn't ask us for much. So I definitely try and, do the few things that He does ask. Because in my life, God is a big part of it. Every morning when I wake up, I hit my knees and I pray. I just tell Him what I'm grateful for. I tell Him all of the good things that are going on. I know He knows, but I feel like God probably doesn't get a lot of good news. It's always somebody asking Him for something. So I want to set myself apart by just thanking Him for the things that I have and whatever's already going on. I don't want to always be asking God for something, you know what I mean? Because I know that if I go and try to fix my own problems, God is going to do His part always. So I'm just going to stay faithful and walk on the path that I'm on. I just thank God so much. And then today I went to church because my business is starting to do good. So I wanted to make sure that from the very first client that we got, and it was a very beautiful and blessed event because we're not even done creating this lady's site and she's already so stoked about how it came out. But we're still going to add a few touches to it to make it a little pretty into the way that she wants it, get everything dialed in. And I'm so glad that I get to be a part of that. Me and the team, we get to be a part of making her dream come true. Like, she's telling me how much of a blessing I am to her, and I'm telling her how much of a blessing she is to me, because how great is that this lady's life can change just by getting her message out there to the world. And me and my team get to be a part of helping her do that, helping her fulfill her mission, her legacy that she wants to pass to her kids and things like this and to the rest of the world. I love it. It's another. So I get to church today, and the people at church, this is a new church. It's my first time going there. Wonderful people. And, I'm talking with everyone and it's kind of not really telling them what I do, just letting them know, dude, My goal is to help as many people as possible to fulfill their dream and walk in their purpose. That's what I do. I'm not trying to do anything that's going to hold anybody back anymore. That's not the person I am. I stopped drinking. I quit doing all of these bad things. I don't curse anymore. I started walking and exercising and getting myself into good health and reading and, finally fulfilling some of my dreams, that I know I should have been doing for a long time. How we doing today? Anybody who's in here, pro God, I'm pro God too, my man. Or person, I don't mean to offend, of course. But yeah, I'm just reminiscing on the day, man. Thinking about all the things that I'm grateful for. And I feel like it's a very important thing that everybody should do the same. Every day you wake up, you should say what you're grateful for. It'll put you in a better mood. Instead of thinking about what you have or what you still need to get or what you're trying to get, just say thank you for the stuff that you do have, because that makes your day way better. Why would God give you something different if you're not even happy for what you got? That's like a parent, because God is our Father, right? So if I give you, this bike, a little starter bike, so you can get comfortable with it or whatever, and you just talking trash about the bike all of the time. Oh, I ain't got the newest bike. This ain't the greatest bike. I ain't finna, do nothing with this bike. Why, as a parent, am I gonna get you a better bike, bro? You were supposed to be happy about the one that I got you so you could practice, get good at riding a bike. I already had the thoughts in my mind to get you the better bike, but since you're gonna be ungrateful, all right, now you stuck with this for a while until you can find out how to, appreciate what you got. And I honestly think that that's what God thinks about us, or that's what our relationship is with God. He's our Father, so he's not going to be just giving us everything. He's trying to see, can you even handle what he's giving you already? If you're squandering all of your money, you only make X amount of dollars at this job, but you spending all of your money on crazy stuff. You're not taking care of your money. Why am I going to give you more money to spend it and get rid of it and flush it down the drain? You're not making nothing better, bro. I think that's how we got to think about stuff. It's just, dude, you got to be a good steward of what you already have if you expect to gain anything more. Because when you take good care of what you already got, then that's how you get more things bestowed upon you. People in the world in general will see that you're a good steward of what you already have, and they're going to want to help you to get better, because they're going to be like, man, look at this guy with this, whatever it may be that somebody else might not be satisfied about, but look how happy this guy is with that little broke down or that little bit of whatever it is. I want to bless him so that he can have something nice. That's what the world sees, and that's what God sees. So we got to work on keeping ourselves in check. I find myself a lot of times having to catch myself when something doesn't go exactly my way, because it be like that sometimes. But, I'm like, oh man, I really wanted this, da, 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 da. And then I catch myself and I say, my bad. Thank you for whatever this is, because it's more than what I had. Because how you gonna be upset if somebody give you $1 and you ain't got nothing? $1 is better than nothing, right? And we're complaining sometimes when we got $1 in our pocket. And you'll feel disrespected. If somebody was to only give you $1, you will feel disrespected. But it's more than you had. Yeah, man. I feel like these are a lot of the things that I think about a bunch, just to try to serve better, be a better person and more Christ-like in God's eyes. That's my whole goal for everything, is to spread the word of God, to tell people about his love, his grace, and his mercy, and then to walk in the way I should being one of his children. I want to represent my dad correctly. I don't want nobody out there seeing me half stepping. They may have when I was somebody else, but once I was reborn, that's not a thing. You ain't finna catch me out here half stepping. No, no, no. I gotta represent my father the way he deserves to be represented. Me, you can't be messing up. You can't be trying to mess up me and my covenant because we got this thing on lock. Just like today. Again, another thing I'm grateful for. Today, like I said, I like to take walks every day. And when I came from church, I was tired. I was up super early, praising. And, you know, at my house, like I said, I hit the ground in the morning. I thank the Lord and I praise. And so I've been out for a while, so I was tired going in to church, but it revived me, got me right back up and going, ready to praise his name. You know what I'm saying? And but when I got home, I was tired. I wound up taking a nap, and then I opened the door, and I saw that it was looking all cloudy. But then I thought to myself, you know what? It ain't raining yet. And this is something that I do for me. This is something that I do for a purpose. So a little storm ain't gonna stop my purpose. And I take that for today and for always in my life. And I hope you can take that too, is a little storm shouldn't completely derail your purpose. It's just a little storm. This too shall pass. It's only there for a little bit of time. And then you got to keep on walking, man. You got to keep on walking. Don't let no storm derail you. Well, this is me trying not to live again. I guess I'll see you guys next Sunday. Or, you know what? Maybe the next time I walk, I'll see, I'll get on the live if I don't have any work to do on the phone. All right, y'all have a blessed day. And I will see y'all later.